next instrument I'd like to show you is called a baritone or euphonium. It actually has two names. This is a euphonium, but I'll probably say baritone most of the time. They're very, very similar instruments. They're played the same way, and just get that out of the way right now. Could be a baritone, could be a euphonium. This is a brass instrument, and like all brass instruments, it plays low and high, based first of all on how you buzz your lips. So, all right, and I'm not going to talk about it too much because we talked about it in the trombone lesson video and the trumpet video. So if you're interested in brass instruments, I encourage you to watch those too. The main thing is, if you're good at buzzing high notes, you might want to think about a trumpet, and if you're good at buzzing low notes, you might want to think about the baritone. So again, I'm buzzing and blowing air through the instrument, and I'm going to move this hand, no fingers. So I can get a lot of different sounds just by moving my lips. The euphonium has buttons, just like a trumpet. This particular one has 4 buttons, but it actually works just like a trumpet with 3 buttons. So by changing my lips, I can play many different notes. As you can hear, this makes low sounds. So it's a very good instrument if you like low music, if you like low sounds, if you like playing backgrounds, harmony lines. Of course, it can also play melodies. I'll play a melody for you right now that I think you'll recognize. Okay, so again, backgrounds like you heard me play before. Did you know the name of that song I played at the beginning? Now, a lot of people look at this instrument and they think it's a tuba. It's not a tuba. By the way, if you notice, I'm sitting down for this. The baritone euphonium is sitting on my lap when I play, and even though it's a pretty big instrument, it's easy to hold in your lap. It's not really that heavy when you're playing it. So even though this is a normal instrument all by itself, it's a real instrument. People play this instrument in band. They played in symphony orchestras. They played in marching bands all the time. It also is an instrument for students who might like to play the tuba later on. So when you're a beginner, we don't usually start on tuba because it's so big. And it's just large. In fact, I have a tuba right here that I'll show you. Okay, here's a tuba, and this is a tuba that we have at school that students are able to use. You can, I think, see that it's quite a bit bigger than the euphonium that I was playing before. Because it's a bigger instrument, what kind of sound do you think it'll make? Lower, right? But again, it's a brass instrument, and I can change high and low notes. Just by moving my lips. So, believe it or not, this is not even a full-size tuba. They make tubas even bigger than this. But if you think you might like to play tuba when you get a little bit older, you can start on the euphonium, and it plays almost exactly the same as the tuba. A lot of times students play euphonium for a year or two, and then they're just able to switch over to tuba later on. So that's something to keep in mind. If you like the tuba, you'll want to start on the euphonium. Okay, and then a couple other things These are lower brass instruments, so this again plays lower notes than a trumpet. It does have the exact same mouthpiece as a trombone. So I have a trombone here, and this is the exact same mouthpiece. I'm going to put it on the trombone. If you like the slide and you like the idea of trombone music, maybe playing in jazz bands, the trombone might be a good instrument for you. If you prefer pressing down buttons, then and perhaps might like to go to the tuba one day, then you'd probably want to start on the euphonium. But I think you can hear they sound similar. The low parts in band are so important, and we always need more euphoniums and baritones and trombones and eventually tubas. And because fewer people tend to sign up for these instruments, you'd be a very, very important part of the band, and you'd be in demand for the rest of your musical life. The high schools, colleges, bands beyond that all need low brass instruments, and so you would be very popular with all those groups. Now, even though I've demonstrated the euphonium for you here, I've linked to a whole bunch of really good euphonium players, some fun music that I hope you listen to, and you'll notice in some of these videos people are playing both euphonium and tuba, so you can just keep that in mind. So check out those videos, and maybe you would like to play the baritone or euphonium in band.